What's up, guys? 80s here. So, we have IB League playoffs coming up. Season 6 is starting. I want to go group by group and talk about who I think is going to make it out of each group. This is going to help you a lot with the bets that are going to come in the next week and just essentially give you some fun entertainment where I think everyone's kind of stands. I'm also going to briefly go over my tier list. I made this just before last season. I'm gonna make a few adjustments right now, but I want to say that there's a ton of new alliances in the 200 and 300 servers that I don't have a lot of information on, and I'm probably gonna end up adding a ton of new alliances here and deleting a bunch. So first and foremost, Buns is the best team in the game right now. They've stuck together. They have a bunch of solid players. They're just the best team, and it's just a fact. Any team I'm on, I feel like has a serious chance, but I jump around so much, and I don't get to build cohesion with my teammates, and I don't think I have the absolute best chance. They are the best team. They're the team to beat. I'm on 38 right now. I'm most likely going to be playing on AOW. We kind of dissolved into two, right? So we don't really have SSQ anymore, but SSQ technically made it to playoffs, so I'm not going to change much anyways, but we have like 5 teams that made it, so we can't all play on all of them. The timings will really make a big difference if we play a lot or not. So I'm going to keep this where it is for now. I'll adjust it as we go on. And then of course this C and D, I'm going to fill this out as the season goes on, and I'll keep you guys updated with that. So let's start with group 1. Now, I'm not going to go through every single one, but when you're doing bets, please click on their record. Look who they lost to and by how much. These things really matter, right? So you can see the record, 4-2. Did they beat anyone big or significant? You can see if you lose to a top team and you don't get over 20,000, it's usually just not a very strong team in general. And if you lose to anyone you don't know, or a new team in the 200 to 300s, it's gonna need some more information. Now, all of this said, Ascendants of Asgard is essentially Vex. This team will get out of this group along with Buns. They're probably gonna fight in the semis, and Asgard's probably gonna have to get through on the silver promotion. I think this one's pretty cut and dry. The other teams have to prove themselves. Anyone could make a beautiful build that no one's seen before and come through, but this is the way it is now. Group 2, we have NG+. This is a pretty solid team. I expect them to do decent things. Lion is definitely a higher level team, and they got very close to beating them. And again, Cubs here, 73. It's going to be very hard for them not to get through. Now, the problem is the Mystic Knights are also 73. There is a big chance that 73 just beats them and then beats them again. So good luck. If I had to guess, it'd be 73, and if NG plays really well, or maybe they get back timings, they'd have a chance, but it's probably just going to be 73 making it through. Group 3. Now, this is probably one of the weaker groups. There is an M5 and there is SSQ. Like I said, this is going to depend on timing. If SSQ has enough players from 38 to play, of course they're going to make it through. The rest of these teams are on the weaker side. A lot of the 300 servers just don't have experience, right? Like, I don't know any of these teams. None of these have been on my radar. I'll have to see who kind of makes it through the first round and then start picking and choosing, but there's not enough information yet to really make a big play. 6-1 is pretty solid. Nothing notable. But yeah, I expect SSQ to, if they find a way to make it out. Otherwise, this is a pretty wild card group. It could be any of these teams. If you're looking to bet, this is definitely not one of those groups you want to be betting on. Group 4. AWG and IMPK are probably going to make it out of this group. I would assume IMPK would win and AWG would get silver. None of these teams are particularly strong from what I've seen. Any of them could surprise me. You know, the same thing. You know, if you can't get 10K, there's just not much to your team. Group 5, another one, pretty cut and dry. Probably Land's gonna make it out with relative ease. I think the next best team is TYT. They have a pretty decent record here. 10K against SSQs, not horrendous, and a loss here with 46 is not bad. Those would be my guess. The rest of them, again, they have to prove themselves. They have to find a way. Group 6, a few household names here. Anarchy, Lion, LOL is pretty funny, but 57's always been a strong server. And again, Wolf Academy. Now, there's actually 3 pretty big teams here. I don't know if the timing will make sense. This is one of those teams I'm going to be playing on if the timing matches up. And if I'm in a team, I can never bet against myself. But if we can't fill up a 30 roster, you know, I think Lion's going to win pretty easy. I think Lion will win this group. And I think just based on the draw, AOSK probably has second best. They did pretty good. Except they lost to what, the Fox? And they've been pretty good over time. They have a lot more experience. Remember, these players in the 300s, right? They have almost 2 years less experience, which is 100 plus IBs less. So experience matters. It's really proven to understanding how builds work, understanding rotations, just understanding how to be more active in a game. Group 7 is where I'm at. I fully expect AOW and SF to make it out of this group. If I had to say, I would say AOW makes it out over SF, mainly due to the bracket standings. We have a team here. If anything, we're gonna focus on, you know, matching up against them in the second round, understanding what they have and what they know, and then probably playing them here, and that would give us a second better opportunity to beat them. If not, it's gonna just be these two. They're gonna knock themselves out, so they just got unlucky with the brackets on this one. Group 6, the last group, Group 8, I think GN and HMB probably have the best, but again, we have another one here. You know, it's one of those ones we just barely snuck in. Probably won't be able to play this one. XGV has been around for a bit. They've had some pretty close matches. I think they'll do good. If we can't play, they'll definitely win. HMB's not the greatest IB squad. They have no notable wins. They barely snuck in the 4. They had a hard KVK. They haven't been playing a lot. I think GN might be the top team here. I've seen this What the Fox team twice win some pretty decent games, so this might be a team to watch out for, WTF. But if I had to guess, it'd be Guardians and HMB who get out. And if timings work out, of course 38's probably going to make it out. The top servers are 73 and 38 and 170. At the moment, I think there's no other server that's close. All of these servers have 2, 3, 4 teams that are like very serious in level, as you can see here. And then this is 170, 73. Lions probably the best team that's not in those 3 servers. They have a lot of very solid players, and GN's there from last season. I didn't really see in some of these. They might not be playing the game changers so much, but yeah, I'm gonna keep this updated as the weeks go on, and I'm probably gonna come up with a lot more IB content now that the matches are more exciting. There's so many dead matches, it's really hard to find good gameplay. But yeah, I hope you guys like this video, and I'll catch you in the next one.